from the very beginning, my goal was always to make the best guitars that have ever been built. Well, that's usually what every guitar builder says. But we've literally built hundreds of prototypes over the years. We put a ton of testing into designing what we believe is a world-class instrument. What people say all the time is, Matt, this is more like a grand piano versus an upright piano. They just ring longer, they're dynamically much wider frequency response. We hear many times people say, I can play any style on this that I want. We've worked real hard at kind of bringing all the best different elements of a guitar together and creating something we believe is very special. The sound hole, first of all, the location. When you have a sound hole in the center of the guitar, what you end up doing is really cutting out a portion of the top that has potential to vibrate, potential to actually move air. So when we move the sound hole over to the side, the soundboard becomes now much longer. So not only did we make the soundboard functionally longer, we literally cantilevered the neck, so the neck doesn't even touch the top. So now we have a much larger surface area, in the neighborhood of like 40% longer. Our neck is made with a super high modulus carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is organic. When we put the extremely stiff, very expensive carbon fiber into the neck as the truss rod, now we have a neck that's so stable it will never have to be adjusted, number one. Number two, because it's that stiff, the energy, instead of being lost to the neck moving, more of that sound goes to the top. You know what's interesting about the bracing that we do? We actually mix two different types of woods together, and we cut these braces out in such a way that one goes over, one goes under, they actually don't touch each other. It is definitely a part of the sonics of McPherson guitars. When we've put standard bracing in, they sound great still, but they really don't have the ring that these brace kits produce for it. And one of the most important things, they need to play in tune. So the intonation on our guitars, and you'll find if you talk to anybody, they'll say it's second to none. Intonation on our guitars is amazing. You can just play these complex chords all the way up the neck, and you'll find the best probably intonation you've ever heard on a guitar. You know, carbon fiber guitars are an interesting new development for us. Carbon fiber is an organic material, and there's no reason why you can't make it sound very good, very warm, and have a lot of sustain. And we put it together with the resonance in that we can build a guitar that sounds very much like wooden guitars that don't have the same characteristics in the sense of problems with humidity, problems with temperature. We have worked real hard to make them sound very natural, very organic. You know, the build process on the carbon fiber guitars is in many ways the same as the wooden guitars. There's just a lot of hands-on work, and we've got great luthiers that also build wood guitars that are working on these, so they know how to make these things play great, how to make them feel right. And so it opens up the door for people to be able to afford to buy a McPherson guitar with that same great sound. You could literally go from a very dry climate to a very moist climate, pull it out. It's probably going to still be in tune or very close to in tune. The carbon fiber is a great guitar in the sense of being able to just handle a lot of extremes, and yet we wouldn't put it out if we didn't believe that it sounded very, very good. And we're excited to call it our McPherson Carbon Series. It really does what we hoped it would do.